But right now, Donald Trump and Elon Musk and his team are steamrolling over opposition. I don't think you can deny that having people rampage through these unaccountable industrial, administrative state and deep state agencies in Washington is so long overdue, and I'm thrilled to see it. The Democrats are still completely befuddled by what happened in the 2024 election, even more so by what they stand for. Nobody cares about the corporate media anymore, so they're not a bulwark to anything, and every day they just keep rolling over these agencies. Now, I don't want to be too rosy-eyed about it. We'll see what ends up replacing them. We'll see what people who are doing this actually intend with these agencies. But these agencies, USAID and others like them, have been these behemoths that have run our country and run our foreign policy and run much of the world. And they are completely impervious to democratic elections. Nobody has any idea what they're doing. They purposely keep it that way. They're sinister. They interfere in other countries. Other countries hate them. They've kicked them out. They've expelled them. They have a massive budget and they do what they want with it. And so to watch them being targeted and to watch all of this transparency, selective though it may be, emerging, I've always believed that this was the value of Donald Trump, no matter all my disagreements with various policy positions of his. We played you this video before where Seymour Hersh, the legendary journalist, said that, who's always been associated with the left, has said that you can vote Democrat, you can vote Republican for decades, and the foreign policy establishment continues as is. Nothing can ever change. And it's disastrous and corrupted. Donald Trump, he said, is the only one with the capacity to be what he called a circuit breaker. And my former Intercept colleague, Jeremy Scahill, who's clearly on the left, went on breaking news and said that. He doubted that. And I think that's exactly right. I think Donald Trump is a circuit breaker. And circuit breakers are a blunt instrument. They just turn off all the lights off. But sometimes when the system is flowing and nobody can stop it because it's too big and has been going on for too long and it's creating too many destructive results and results that we don't even know, you need a circuit breaker. You need to break it and then say, okay, what is this? What has it been? And how do we rebuild it? And I'm not saying there are no dangers from it. I'm not saying there are no valid questions about Elon Musk's role or the role of people he's hiring to do these things. But I don't think you can deny that having people rampage through these unaccountable industrial, administrative state and deep state agencies in Washington is so long overdue. And I'm thrilled to see it. All right, we have one more question, I think maybe two. This is from Charleed747. Glenn, regarding U.S. aid, we simply can't overthrow existing foreign governments, fund the creation of COVID or some other MSM Politico with U.S. Treasury dollars without it. Will it really go away or simply be morphed into some other sinister agency? Well, let me just say that USAID was created in 1961, and when I had Mike Bentz on the show, he explained in, I think, a very cohesive and accurate way. The reason they needed a USAID, they already had a CIA, they already had a State Department. Why do you need a USAID to carry out the same foreign policies? It's because the CIA and the State Department can't go into places and say, hi, I'm from the US government, I'm from the State Department, I'm an arm of the CIA, and I'm here to involve myself in your internal activities. USAID was a way of pretending, oh no, we're not the CIA, we're not the State Department, we're just here to help. We want to fund your nice programs, we want to get involved in your civic society, we want to help people. And the reality is that that was the goal. The US government did not fund USAID in these massive numbers to go around helping people because we're really nice and we were concerned for people. Sometimes they did end up helping people. Because one way to get soft power in a country is by going in and saying, oh, look, we're saving your babies. Don't you love us instead of China? Massive amounts of this budget, though, were about subverting elections, overthrowing elections, manipulating the outcome of elections to get the leaders that we wanted, sowing discord, division, trying to transform other societies into ours and our vision of left-wing culture war ideology because we thought that that would make these countries more amenable to ours. Just a completely unnecessary part of the federal government, very, very sinister, creates a lot of anti-American rage, even though it's called USAID. And who could be against an aid agency that just wants to help? And finally, that narrative is being destroyed because transparency is what brings the truth to everything. And I think one of the things that Democrats are looking at and feeling almost jealous about and resentful toward is that their own leaders have often run on platforms, and when they get into office, they make all kinds of excuses why those things are impossible to do. The reality is that we're not supposed to have parts of our government that operate unto themselves, free of democratic accountability. Like USAID saying, how dare you, White House that got elected, come in, interfere in our operations and try and find out what we're doing. We have the right to exist separately. Why? The government funds you.